Hello everyone. I'm just taking a quick video here to comment on the fashions that the First Lady Melania Trump wore when in her visit to Paris. And of course it's very important to choose your clothes wisely when you go to the world capital of fashion. So anyway, I'm going to go through some pictures because it looks like she took my advice from my last video when the video I did called Why Women Don't Dress Up Anymore. I'll put the link in the uh, um, in the comments. But this is where I discussed that the fashions now have become more like something a transgender, a male to female transgender would wear instead of a real woman. And just because all of the models are mostly transgendered males. And so, anyway, it looks like she took my advice because I said that the best fashions that look all proper on women are from the 1910s, the 1940s, and the 1950s. This retro look actually works very well for women, and it looks like she's done that. Let me go through a few pictures here. Here's day one, the arrival in Paris, and the First Lady is wearing a gorgeous red Dior suit. And this is very similar to a fashion that you would have seen in the 1940s. It's very nicely tailored with a beautiful a rounded skirt. It looks like a quarter circle type skirt, and she really knocked it out of the park on this one. This is very much a 1940s look. And on the other side, we have Granny Macron, and she's wearing something that looks like from a play nurse's costume it seems to be, it's a Louis Vuitton. I think Louis Vuitton she seems fond of Louis Vuitton, but everything he makes, I thought he was a handbag designer, and it seems to be working here because it looks like she's wearing a bag. Also, you can see here that Melania has gone for a very modest, ladylike fashion. Again, modesty is always the best option because as you see over here with Granny Macron, she has a very short skirt, and no woman of that age should be wearing a short hemline like that. Okay, during the Eiffel Tower dinner, Melania is wearing a Herve Pierre cocktail dress. And she deliberately went for a color theme that would match both the American and the French flag. And there's a motif on the front. It's a little hard to see here, but it's like these tapes or ribbons stitched to the dress that is supposed to resemble a sheaf of wheat. And this again, she's going for the very modest style. This would be it looks like she's gone for a kind of a 50s look here with the straight skirt, very typical of the 50s styles, and she's wearing it very well, very elegant, very ladylike. Okay, we've got Granny Macron here in another Louis Vuitton dress, looking even more like a handbag. And the thing I want to point out with these is this is the kind of dress that you could put on a male to female transgender. She's following what the models wear and what looks good on the models instead of thinking about how she can look more modest and ladylike. This is typical of the people who just slavishly follow fashion. Again, the skirt is way too short for a lady of her age. And again, it's not as terrible as the nurse's outfit she wore yesterday, but this is just typical of what happens. People just slavishly follow. They don't think about what looks good on them. On the parade day, the beautiful floral dress she wore then has all the fashion world talking about it. It's absolutely gorgeous. It is not a French designer. It is Valentino, so that's out of Milan. And one of the things that again we see is that 50s style, that kind of that 50s with the wide skirt and a pronounced waist, and it's just absolutely beautiful. It's it's the really lovely. I think she really, everybody is talking about this dress. It's a beautiful floral, with, you know, who thought a dress could be this patriotic? And then of course you've got Granny Macron with her little mini skirt suit that, I mean, that's like, where did she get that? Out of some 90s catalog? Again, it's another Louis Vuitton. She looks like a bag. And I think she thinks she can wear these short skirts because she's thin. But the problem with older women is they get, their knees get all knobby, their feet get all bony, and they just don't look right with a short skirt on. It just not, it doesn't work for them. It's very poor taste. So Melania once again chooses modesty and a feminine, ladylike fashion over a slavish following of whatever the models are wearing. And I think she represented our country beautifully and won the fashion war in their visit to France. Okay, that's all for now. And if I see anything where I'm seeing a return to femininity and modesty in other fashions, I will do another one. Okay, bye now.